So everybody knows the favorite Mountain House freeze-dried meals, and I saw this one in particular on their website. I'm a big fan of curry and other types of very seasoned foods, so I picked up this chicken tikka masala. Well, while I was, browsing Instagram and everything, of course I get spammed with a ton of ads, and of course they're about freeze-dried food and other camping goods, and one of them that came across was something from a company called Adventure Well, right? So this is also another freeze-dried camping, hiking, survival food company, and they're based out of Midland, Texas. Well, they had a chicken tikka masala as well, so I thought, well, why not do a comparison of the two? Mountain House usually is pretty good, at least when it comes to flavor and quality standards, and it'd be fun just to compare the two, I thought. So I went ahead and purchased one. They were comparatively priced. I mean, this was probably around $10 or $12. And this one as well was in that same price range, coming out I think after shipping, because I bought a couple of different ones, probably about 14 or 15. So one thing I did notice about the Adventure Well right off the bat, that unlike the Mountain House, which does come with a lot of information on the packaging, such as the overall weight, as well as a best buy date and everything, the Adventure Well did not have that. I could not find that anywhere on the packaging. There was no weight listed anywhere, only the nutritional information, and as far as I could find on this thing, or not find rather, any kind of expiration date. So I'm not exactly sure without doing a little bit more research on the company. Like I said, I just got these in, and I'm planning on having both of them for lunch today, or at least most of it, to kind of see if it's, the juice is worth the squeeze, if you will. So, as far as information on the two, of course, on the Mountain House at the top here, it says 24 grams of protein. It's considered to have 2 servings. And on the nutritional facts back here, we can see that the entire container contains about 560 calories for this meal. What's interesting on this one, it claims to have 650 calories in a single serving. So they consider this package a single serving, which I would probably deem pretty accurate. Whenever I go hiking or camping, I generally have one of those all to myself. Nothing crazy in the ingredients. A lot of things what you would kind of expect to see in a curry chicken. Cardamom, cinnamon, and other spices, along with chicken and tomatoes, cream. And it has a little bit of information about the company here. Sorry if it's a little dark. My lighting is a little off today. But yeah, it's pretty simple. So it says open the pouch, remove the oxygen absorber, pour in 8 to 10 ounces of boiling water, stir well, and let sit for about 10 minutes and enjoy. Pretty similar instructions for the Mountain House. Of course, if you're fairly familiar with them, it's about the same, except this one calls for 12 ounces of boiling water. So I'm going to go ahead and get these opened up and just kind of do a smell test and see which one, just right off the bat, smells better. So one thing worth noticing here is that they both come in gusseted pouches, which I really like. They're easy to stand up. You can use that to allow them to cook or while you're eating. But I do like that they both come in these kind of pouches here. I did notice that the Mountain House was a little bit easier to open. I felt like they kind of added a little bit more material. As you can see here, there was a larger gap here. But for the Adventure Well here, it was actually pretty small, so it's a little bit less to grab on, if you will. So let's go ahead and give a sniff test here. It sounds really creepy when I say it that way, but let's go ahead and give the Mountain House here a check. Smell tomatoes and other spices here. Got the oxygen absorber. It looks pretty appetizing. You can see all the seasoning and stuff, or spices I should say, along with the rice. So far, so good. Oh, interesting color difference. So look at that. It's more of a yellow orange, and this one's more of like a red orange. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells like curry chicken, honestly. The difference, I don't know, let's see. I feel like the Mountain House has less intense aroma than the Adventure Well here. Though I'm not really, I'm not seeing any rice in this. That could be the difference here, is that this one is not really like a full meal. I'm looking at the ingredients here right now. Yeah, there's no rice or anything in this. So this is literally just the meat and the sauce, and I guess whatever else is in there. And this one is kind of like a whole meal, so it has the rice and everything included. So let's go ahead and get some water boiled up, and we'll add the proper amounts in there. We'll get it stirred up, and then we'll come back and we'll get it out into some bowls or plates, and we'll see what they look like and taste like. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. We've gone ahead and stirred these up pretty well, but I can say just right off the bat right now, adding the water to the Adventure Well, it changed the smell dramatically. It was like pungent, like it was like a punch in the face of like just aroma. So I'm pretty interested to see how these turned out. So got ourselves a nice big spoon here. Gonna go ahead and get this mixed up again one more time. Still quite hot. As you can see there, it looks quite good. Smells really good. Could also just be that I'm quite hungry. Move that one off to the side here. Oh, that's got an interesting look to it there as well. And the smell now has changed again. I'm going to wipe this spoon off here. It's quite solid. It's an interesting texture. It's a lot of like finely chopped chicken, but it smells pretty good. Not as intense as it did whenever I first mixed it. Very cool. Let's get these onto a plate side by side and give it a look-see. Okay, so here we have the Adventure Well on the right and the Mountain House on the left. What's interesting about both of them is the color difference. And even though the Adventure Well doesn't have rice in it, it is like chock full of chicken. It's pretty interesting. And they both smell really, really good. So I'm going to go with the baseline standard here. I'm going to go with the Mountain House first. It's got a little spice to it, as you'd expect from curry. I really feel like it's missing some of the savory bits though. Like it does have chicken, but it's always seemingly missing salt, right? I feel like that's kind of always the deal with these dehydrated or freeze-dried meals. It's always missing salt. But I'm a big salt guy, so, it might just be me. So let's try the Adventure Well here. I like the chunks of tomato and stuff in there. That's cool. I mean, this one's got peas and rice and stuff. So, I mean, they both got something going for it. That is a lot of chicken. Wow. That is like, it's not rice or anything. It's all chicken, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, it's not like a lot of filler. I want to compare this one again. There's a piece of chicken in there. The texture of the chicken is different between the two as well. This one feels more, it's got more texture to it. This one kind of falls apart in your mouth, which is good. It still tastes good. But this one feels like you actually got to chew it. I feel like this one definitely has more salt and cream kind of flavor, what I'd come to expect from Tikka Masala. I do like the rice and the peas in this one though. Let's try this one again. Interesting. This one's a little bit spicier, the Mountain House is, But this one, the overall flavor profile, I have to say, is better. I like the way this one tastes. I gotta say, I really think this one would be the winner in the taste test. This one, I just double checked. This one was $12. And I believe this one was 9 or 10, depending on when it's on sale. I think I got it on sale. So they're both relatively priced the same way. One thing though is I wish they would add a date, either a manufacturer date or Best Buy date or something like that, as well as the overall weight of the package, like what you get out of it, kind of like the Mountain House does. That's the only gripe I really have. And that would kind of prevent me from putting it into like my long-term storage rotation. But as far as like camping and hiking goes, which I think this is what this is more geared towards, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to pick up a few more. And in fact, I did actually. Like I said, I bought a few. One of them is like this Pappy's Carne Guisada. And then this other one, which came highly recommended on their website, Mom's Beef Stew. And I love beef stew. I love MRE beef stew. So I thought it'd be interesting to compare them. But this is good already. I mean, they're already off to a good start. So I definitely think I'm going to buy a few more and try a few more and maybe put them in my rotation of camping and hiking food. So which one do you guys, or which one do you guys like if you've tried any of these before? Or if there's any other ones I should try, throw them down in the comments below. I'd love to give them a shot. I love trying these things and, you know, exploring new cuisines and different types of food, especially when it comes to something as cool as freeze-dried meals. I just think the science and the technology behind it is super interesting. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. Check out some of the other videos if you'd like, and I hope to see you around next time.